So for my first funny story from the tour, I've got to take you back a few years to a place in Austria called Wiener Neustadt. Very famous place with some of the dart players who've been on tour for a few years because of the hotel next to the venue, which looked almost like a prison. And it really did feel that way. But the funny story was in the venue, where a player called Arron, who was very well known by some of the players, lost a match and proceeded to voice to the whole room that he was displeased with his defeat. And you just think, come on Arron, you've got to calm down here, you've got a bit of a reputation with the regulatory authority, you don't want to get yourself in any trouble. So he's slamming stuff, he's whacking chairs on the way back to where he's sitting. And to paint a picture for you, there's a large bench where he's sitting. It's almost like one of those school benches that you get at school that you've got to step up and down from. So anyway, it's a little bit taller. He goes back to his table. There was nobody else sitting there in a completely silent room with 16 matches going on. He sits on the bench and he falls directly backwards. And everybody saw it. That big thud that we heard in that arena. Everybody was just trying to keep their laugh in because we didn't want him to be too embarrassed. But boy, was he embarrassed. My second funny story actually involves myself. A few years ago, I was in a restaurant in Dublin called Lemongrass, next to the Citywest Hotel. We were there for the World Grand Prix and the Players' Championships, which were preceding that. I was having dinner with some of the management group, and James Wade was there, Mark Webster, a few others, and for whatever reason, I don't really remember, but somebody dared me to have an entire teaspoon heaped full of wasabi. And I said, no, I'm not going to do that. But then all of a sudden, all of the players and managers put their hand in their pocket and pull out 20s. And so all of a sudden, I think it was worth something like 120 euros if I did this. I decided to brave up, took the money, wasabi was down. I didn't feel right for 3 days after that, and they were pointing at me and laughing at me for the next 3 days. I think I made the quarterfinals that week feeling absolutely terrible. So the lesson there is, if you want to get to the quarterfinals of a big event, just have a teaspoonful of wasabi.